Hi there, everyone, and welcome to this week's Monday Motivation with myself, Laura Hamilton. Now, you know what I sometimes think about? Where are you right now when you're listening to this podcast? Are you driving in the car? Are you listening to this at home after a long day, maybe after work? Maybe after the kids are in bed? Maybe you're lying, scrolling on your phone, just trying to switch your mind off for 5 minutes. But what I wanted to talk about today, because today marks the beginning of Mental Health Awareness Week, and that's something that is very important in my life, and it has been for many, many years, especially with the work that I do. But mental health is something that affects every single one of us. And I think for a long time, mental health, it became one of those phrases that people almost felt uncomfortable hearing, uncomfortable saying. I mean, let's face it, workplaces, well, they didn't always want to talk about it. Families quite often brushed over it. And many people grew up believing that they just had to get on with it. But the truth is that mental health is not just about being in crisis. It's not always about a diagnosis. It's not always about someone completely falling apart. Mental health is your emotional well-being. It's how you cope, how you think, how you feel, how you carry life. And the reality is, your mental health can change at any time. One difficult decision, one loss, one breakup, one health scare, one period of stress, financial pressure, just having a really overwhelming week. Sometimes even just constantly carrying responsibility for everyone else can really wear a person down without them even realising it. And I think what's really important is that we stop waiting until we're completely exhausted before we give ourselves permission to care for ourselves. Because good mental health is not built in the breakdown. It's built in the small daily moments. It's built in taking the walk, having the conversation, turning your phone off for an hour, saying no when you need to, listening to your body, and just allowing yourself to feel, to breathe. And also recognizing that strength is not pretending you're okay all the time. Sometimes strength is actually honesty. It's saying, I'm struggling a bit. I'm overwhelmed. I'm anxious. I'm just not coping the way I usually do. And you know something? There is absolutely no shame in that. And many of you know through the work that I do, whether it's readings, coaching, therapies, or simply talking with people, I see how much pressure people are quietly carrying. People often come to me because they're worried, they are anxious, they're overthinking, they're grieving, they've lost confidence in themselves, they're feeling emotionally drained, they feel disconnected from who they are. And sometimes what people need most is not for someone to fix them. Sometimes they just need someone to listen. Someone to remind them they're not failing. Someone to remind them that they're human. And that's really what I hope this podcast always does for you. Because, yes, I mean, it's called Monday Motivation. Yes, I want to motivate you. I want to encourage you to move forward in your life. I want you to take action and to believe in yourself, to go after the things that your heart is pulling you towards. But I also want this to be a place where you can pause for a moment. Take a breath. And just feel a little less alone in whatever it is you're carrying just now. Because life is heavy sometimes. And although positivity is important, yes, it is. But true healing is not about pretending that everything's fine. True healing is learning how to support yourself through the difficult times too. So this week, during Mental Health Awareness Week, I really want to encourage you to check in with yourself honestly. Don't do the automatic, yeah, I'm fine, because we're all great at that, aren't we? But I want you to really check in with yourself. How are you actually feeling? What have you been suppressing? What are you actually needing? What would help you feel even 5% lighter this week?